buttons on my shirt. My name is Bill Barnacle, and I was raised in Nantucket. And while my penis is sizable, I've never quite been able to suck it. I tried when I was younger once. I got really into it. I got my dad's weight set, and I got a 50-ton one or whatever it is. And I put it on my back to try and get that extra couple of inches, Even with the tongue stretch, it didn't quite work. I would have been happy to just lick the tip. But then we get to the fucked up part of that little limerick. If my chin was a cunt, I'd fuck it. Who the hell is out there fantasizing about vagina chins? What kind of Lovecraftian, unnameable shit is that? And anyway, if my chin was a cunt, I'd cover that up. Nobody wants to see that on another person's face. Vaginas are fine, in the vagina spot. But nobody wants to see your face vagina. Get a burqa. That's the best thing. That's the best advice I can give, because if you wear a bandana around your face to cover that shit up, you're gonna get shot at the bank. Especially if you're not white. So like I said, my name is Bill Barnacle, but you probably know me by my nickname I hate, Barnacle Bill. And the sad thing is, if I wasn't given that nickname in 3rd grade, I might not have become a man of the sea. Maybe I would have became an accountant, climbing up the corporate ladder. I think I would have liked that. Less vomiting, less occasional sodomy when you're lonely. It's not gay. You're helping out your bro. It's a bro job, is what I'm saying. It's okay. But Barnacle Bill knows he's straight. When he watches the transsexual porn, he keeps his eyes glued to those tits. Just glued to them. Because that's what he likes, because Barnacle Bill's straight. The real reason I'm up here, though, is to address this song that most of you heard about me. It's filled with weird untruths, and I just came here because I'd like to clear them up. Okay, let's start at the first line here. Yeah, Barnacle Bill has a tablet. He's a sailor, not a Luddite. Okay, the first part goes, "Who's that knocking on my door?" And then you say that 3 times. I'm not going to sing, because Barnacle Bill's not a singer. He's a sailor. I do have a mermaid tattoo. I feel like I should point that out. When I'm in the shower and it's nice and warm, I feel like she's the one giving me a rub job. Because I'm trying to use my left hand, but I'm really uncoordinated. Sometimes I try and do the left-handed backward technique, so it's like another person's there.
Texas tongue.
That's for you landlubbers. I ain't never been near Texas. That's all. But anyway, "Who's that knocking on my door?" said the fair young maiden. First, I'd like to address she's not that young. Call off the dogs, Chris Hansen. Barnacle Bill's not a pedophile. She's 19, so it's okay, despite me being in my 50s. She's 19. It's okay. Chris Hansen, I'm not sitting down there. And then Barnacle Bill says, "And they always make me sing like a frog." I don't talk like that. That's not how just because I live on the sea doesn't mean I have to talk like a goddamn frog. All right? But then I say, "Well, open the door, you fucking whore," said Barnacle Bill the sailor. That's not how you get into a vagina, talking to somebody like that. That doesn't usually work. Usually you have to make sure they're into being talked to like that before you can talk to them like that. And then she asks if we shall go to the dance. And I say in this song, "Well, to hell with the dance, down with your pants," said Barnacle Bill the sailor. Barnacle Bill likes to dance, guys. I don't dress like this because I really want to be a sailor. This is my favorite village person. See, Barnacle Bill likes to dance. So he would have taken the fair young lady to the dance. That is what I would have done. And I am Barnacle Bill. Then she asks him, what's that thing between your legs? Look, I'm not having sex with anyone who doesn't know what a penis is. I'm just throwing it out there. Barnacle Bill doesn't do that. Because that would be back towards, like, as somebody brought up Gary Glitter earlier, it would be like Gary. Hey. And then I say, or this Barnacle Bill says, well, it's only me, I would say I use correct English. I speak English good, goddammit. That was a cheap joke and I'm not proud of it. It's not like my mighty vessel. That's a reference to my penis. That's another cheap joke and I'm not proud of it. Well, it's only me pole to shove up your hole, said Barnacle Bill the sailor. I'm not going to have sex with anybody who doesn't know how sex works. Because that would suck, because they'd be like, oh, stick it in my belly button. No, Barnacle Bill doesn't do that. Barnacle Bill likes women with a little experience, if you know what I mean. I browse the MILF section. Then the fair young maiden asks, what's that stuff around your pole? And I'm hoping the answer isn't herpes. Barnacle Bill says, well, it's only me grass to tickle your ass. Barnacle Bill needs some manscaping. All right, and then she asks Barnacle Bill, what's that dripping down your leg? This poor confused woman. It's only a shot that missed your twat is supposed to be my response. Barnacle Bill doesn't miss. Also, Barnacle Bill uses rubbers because he doesn't want to get whatever diseases the women who hang out in seaports have. Because when I was younger, I used to hook at seaports. And I know it took me a long time to get over that. And then she says, what if we should have a boy? Jesus. Well, if I miss the hole, nothing's going to happen. Well, he'll go to the sea and fuck like me, is supposed to be my response. I don't want my son going into this line of work. It's rough, your hands get all callous. You have to use lotion to jerk off, or it's just brush burn city. The pay is shit compared to like months at sea by yourself, surrounded by other men and parrots. And then the next slide is, what if we shall have a girl? Said the fair young maiden, and my reply is supposed to be, well, we'll dig a ditch and bury the bitch, said Barnacle Bill the sailor. When did I move to China? Ask Zach to explain to you that joke if you didn't get it. He's got a good explanation. What if we should have some twins? Says the maiden to me, this version of me. Well, I'll open your crack and shove one back, says Barnacle Bill the sailor. That is not how that works. Not at all. Even though part of me thinks it would be really cool to have sex with somebody who's done that and just have like a little hand reach out and tickle your balls. And then we come to the last line here. Wait, this is not the last one. What if Ma and Pa should come home early? Again, I don't have sex with children. I do live with my mom, though, so we're probably having sex at her place, so that's accurate. Well, I'll fuck your ma, which I would do, and kill your pa. I'm not a murderer, guys. I might hit somebody occasionally. Not a murderer. And that's what I say. And then she goes, well, what if you should go to jail? Which would make sense if you fucked somebody's mom and killed their pa. That's where you go, to jail. Well, with a whip of my cock, I'll break the lock. Like I said, my dick is sizable. But it's not weighted enough to really break anything. Not that I haven't tried, but it really hurt. It was a night in desperation. I was sad and decided I was going to break a toilet with my dick. It didn't end well. Then I also say, with a swing of my balls, I'll break down the walls. My balls are sensitive. As I mentioned, I'd like a little hand tickling them, but I don't want to hit anything with my balls. That would hurt, said Barnacle Bill the sailor. And that's the end of the song. Again, I don't know who writes this shit, but they never talk to me. There's nothing about how I like to dance to disco, or I cry every year when I watch It's a Wonderful Life. I heard Elliott does that too. But I'm glad Elliott gave me the chance to come here and talk to you fine folks. And if you ever find yourself in need of passage to the North Sea, well, I would recommend the North Sea, because if you think it's cold here, when you're on the North Sea, man, everything shrivels and clenches. You practically shrink this big, all of you. Just a shriveling and clenching. You're like a tiny weenie and a shrivel and a tightened sphincter, and that's all that's left of you. But if any of you fine folks ever need passage on the sea, come to me, Bill Barnacle, man of the sea. Thank you.